Welcome everybody to Reality Rewind, brought to you by Get Real LOL, and actually it is Reality Insider. I'm sorry, Reality Rewind was our old show. Tonight it's the first episode of Reality Insider, hosted by me, the voice of Get Real LOL, Shady Sykes. Tonight we're going to have the one and only, the myth, the man, the legend, the Big Poe, the man known as Anthony Parigi. And we will also have joining us here tonight the wonderful, beautiful, amazing Sarah Mullins. And you know what? I think we should get this party started, but I wanted to start it off by saying thank you to Anthony and Sarah for both being with us. Sarah is going to be calling in a bit, but let me just say that let me do the intro for Sarah. Actually, I'll wait for Sarah to join us so she can hear it herself.
She's on right now, brother.
Okay, so everybody, please welcome the beautiful, sweet, amazing, if you got a craving for wings, she has a hoot for you. The woman who sucked off Tank's lips, proving she is as good as a kiss to her, she says. She is the Rose, the Hunter's Jack. You can't be sullen when around this lady because she is the one and only Sarah Mullins.
Oh my God, girl.
The one and only baby girl.
The one and only, baby. The one and only. Never forget that.
What's up, Shady?
Not much. How are you both doing tonight? We're going to have Sarah joining us live from the cell phone. She's going to try to get on via Wi-Fi if she can. If not, we're going to have her live via the phone. And we also have Anthony Parigi live on cam.
That's me. That's me.
Well, Parigi is really good at the cam thing. He could probably do a good lap dance for you.
I can do a great lap dance. No, twice.
Well, you know what? I will save the lap dancing for when you get into a Wi-Fi zone, Sarah, or if you want to join us another time. We can. I'll be happy to let you do a lap dance if you want right on cam.
You'll let Sarah give one to me, give one to Sarah.
Yeah, no offense, Parigi. No offense.
That's right. Hey, Shady, real quick before we get started, I just want to give a couple of shout-outs to a couple of people, if you don't mind. I want to give to a cool little 10-year-old boy by the name of A.J. Arnold. He's a fan of the show. He's from Wilkes County, North Carolina, and I just want to give him a shout-out. Another little girl by the name of McKinley Hart. I want to give her a shout-out. She's a real cool little girl, and she's also from Wilkes County, North Carolina. Just want to tell him what's up.
Very cool.
I'm going to give a shout-out, too, if we're going to do that.
Give it out, baby girl.
Well, I'm going to give a shout-out, to all the fans of Redneck Island, and to my little brother, Lee Mullins. He's actually sitting in the car right now at me laughing.
Very cool. Alright, so let me go ahead and start this interview off with a really big, huge question. Parigi.
What's up?
Alright, in episode 2, we saw a very interesting bonus clip. Where did you learn how to do a hula hoop warm dance?
Obviously, I've never learned how to hula hoop. My skills are not up to par on the hula hooping. That was a little bit of drunken shenanigans there, and I've been doing the worm since the 7th grade. I went to school in California, and out there, that it was like breakdancing was like the cool thing to do. So actually, I would go home in the evenings and practice breakdancing and stuff until I got it down. And we would have house parties where we'd battle out on weekends and stuff. It was crazy, but that's where the worm came from.
Okay. Now, Sarah, what type of dances? What's like a secret dance that you know how to do really well?
I cannot hear a word you just said. What?
What he wants to know what kind of dances do you know? What secret dances do you know?
Well, I'm a girl. Actually, I'm a white girl. We all know that. So we all try and twerk, but my ass don't go up and down. So I guess all I know is the drunken two-step. Whenever I get like a little bit of alcohol in my system, I try and dance.
You'd probably make a pretty good pole dancer too, wouldn't you?
Hey, I can pole dance. I can work that pole pretty good.
You make any money doing that?
Take that however you want it. No, actually, I haven't, but that's not what the guy said last night.
You want to?
Shit. Parigi, if you're giving me an offer, baby, I'll take it.
The offer's there. Get your talent up to North Carolina.
Well, you gotta pay for that too.
Okay.
I think I need to make a trip to North Carolina.
I'm not paying you to pole dance.
Yeah, I would not want to keep it pole dance. I'm sorry. I'd like to see Parigi pole dance. He's a pretty good pole dancer.
Yeah, you saw that on the show. Well,
Yeah, I know.
Episode 3 or 4.
Yeah. Rocky.
All right.
Now you say, let's move on now.
I know, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just having fun listening to you two. I love it. Alright, so we're into this episode. Of course, this is episode 5. We just saw episode 6 last night, but we're going to talk about you guys' episode, which was episode 5, and there's a lot of fun stuff that happened in episode 5, and I want to spend a lot of time talking about the Truth or Dare session, of course, because that's just a lot of fun. But yeah, I want to go into this episode. Parigi, at the beginning, you're just there. At the beginning of the episode, we see you with your partner, Katie, and you're just carefree and everything. That's really cool. No matter what it was, you were just carefree. You were there to have fun, and it was just really cool. So what was going through your mind when you're outside, just drunk, taking the legs out from underneath your partner?
Oh man, I was just having fun. You know how it is when you have a few drinks. We were just out there playing. I think they actually took that from the first night. I think that was actually the first night. I think they just showed it on the 5th episode, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I think that was the very first night. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if it was, I was hammered. And yeah,
You were very hammered.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I'm pretty sure the clothes I was wearing, those from the first night. But oh man, we were just having a good time. And I may have been on the show for the wrong reasons, or whatever. But I was there to have a good time. That was my ultimate thing, was have a good time. Counting the 100th grand was, second. But I was there to have a good time.
Okay.
I was there to have a good time and make a couple new friends. And I kind of walked off the show with 23 new friends, so I did pretty good.
Well, I was going to say, hopefully you can count me as a 24th friend, because I truly consider all of you guys like friends of mine now.
All the fans that are 24, 5, 6, 7, and all the way up to 1,000. I think we're like the best thing about Redneck Island, the cast. We all do. We communicate very well with our fans. Like a lot of them are like kind of like a really, really big fans, because I have like 2 of them. That like right before the name was released. I mean, they kind of had the idea, and like I know that they've been like my ride or die for all of this. So I mean, like I love those 2 girls, and they would do anything in the world for me, for Parigi, for anybody on Redneck Island. So.
Yeah, very cool. Now, I was going to say, yeah, one of your big fans I know from the show, besides myself, is a gentleman by the name, I'm going to give a shout out now, a gentleman by the name of Thomas Kinlaw.
He's a bigger fan than my mom is.
He does videos for you guys all the time and different things like that. And I just think it's the coolest thing. He really is. And he's invited pretty much the entire cast to his house. in one of his videos, he actually put out his address for you guys to go there, which it's just really cool. He wants you guys to become part of his family, and so do I. I think it's really cool, and I consider you guys close friends, especially after I interview you. And I love your show. I love your cast, and I will go down on the record saying again, your cast is some of the most friendly, most loving people I've ever talked to in my entire life.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Back to you, dude. You've been one really cool dude, and we know you're a huge fan. You show it. You're cool to all of us, and Ken Law the same way. That dude, I believe he'd crawl through fire to help us. You know, the dude is definitely a very nice guy, and there's been a couple, probably about 15 drunken nights we've called him and talked to him. And actually, Tank and I grabbed his girlfriend's phone one night, and we FaceTimed him. We gave him a dance to "It's All About the South." We were funneling beer and beer, zucchini beer, chugging beer for him.
Yeah, he actually told me about that night.
Halfway drunk.
What were you saying, Shady?
I said Thomas actually told me about that night.
You can almost see the tear in his eyes when he was so happy that we called him. It made us feel good.
Hey, Parigi, we forgot to do that whenever you were in town, big dog.
Oh yeah. To call him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
I was excited.
maybe we can. Maybe we can before long.
We will. I'll be up in North Carolina soon. I need that money.
That's right.
Oh, man. Now, I just wanted to say, guys, that if you have not watched Redneck Island, you're missing out. You gotta go back. First of all, you gotta watch the first 6 episodes. Well, especially the first 5, so you can see the amazing Parigi, the Big Poe, and Sarah, both on there. And Parigi right now is showing you his muscle. He has a tattoo of his name right there. I'm not sure what tattoo Sarah has or where they're at, but maybe she'll show them in a future interview.
Sarah does not have tattoos, she said. She's not
Sarah does not have tattoos.
tatted up yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
But when she gets one, she'll show it to you, she said.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
all right, so let's move on to the episode. So, of course, like I said, the episode opens up. Parigi, you're just having some fun. I wish there was a way to watch you guys on live feed. I think that would be the most fun thing ever.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Do a live feed like the Island. Put us back in that house and watch all that stuff in the summer. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It's funny. Like last night, I went to Myrtle Beach and watched it with Jeremy Morris, and man, it's just funny watching it with people that were on it. Everybody's watching you, talking about it, and laughing, and we're all going like, "I don't remember this. What happened here?" You know, and you know, it refreshes your memory of what happened, and it's just funny laughing at everybody, and also finding out what people might have said about yourself or other people behind their back, and it's all good times. But you know, we all remember for the most part that it's TV. You know, it's TV, and we're all friends. And there's been some trash talking, but we give each other a heck over that. Like today, me and Hunter and Katie were all joking about all the things that have been said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, last night we saw, speaking about one of those drunken moments, I think this is one of the drunken moments that happened on the show. Cody and Josh, at the beginning of the episode, takes Cowboy's mattress and takes it outside. Now, I'm not sure if I remember seeing you, Parigi, or you, Sarah, outside. I know Jordan was outside. I know Heather was outside. But did you guys hear about that and while you were there, and what did you think about that?
Was that on our episode? Or was that?
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, that was fourth or the third. Well, yeah.
I don't remember that. That's the place I don't
You were
remember.
drunk, Eddie. You were sitting on that couch in there just talking forever. I was sitting outside, and Hunter got so pissed, and which is, I mean, it is kind of childish thing to do. You don't mess with a man's cat, you don't mess with a man's mattress, and you don't mess with a man's truck. That's about it.
You only
Yep,
mess
that's why
twice a month. That's it.
Yeah, that's true. The only thing that you mess with a man's head is a girl messes, just kiss him.
Alright, so, but yeah, Jordan did not like that one bit whatsoever, and neither did Hunter. Hunter was very vocal, and that's pretty much, that is why Hunter ended up going into that pit, because he pissed off the wrong person, and as Sarah said, Cody's ego was, as she said, Cody's ego was getting so crazy and getting so big now.
Dude, I'm telling you, that dude's ego got huge when he won the competition. It went to his head. That's one reason I didn't care for him on the show. His ego got big. I thought when Ty would knock him out on the show, I thought it would have been funny. Hell, I wanted to do it, but I knew I could off.
That's too long.
Yeah, so now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, we're going into, it's the next day now, and you guys go down to the challenge area to go down to that lake, and you see all these poles hanging from above. What did you guys think was going to be the challenge?
I assumed it was what it was. I assumed we're going to be hanging up there in the air, and you hang on as long as you can until you let go. And I looked at it and I said, we're going to the pit. I said, I'm going to go up there and I said, I'm dropping.
Well, I told Hunter, Hunter knows that I'm terrified of heights. I mean, he was actually, despite everything that he was saying, he was actually very helpful for me, though. But I was, he wanted to be a partner, and I wanted to go home. So it kind of worked out for both of us.
Yep. Now, I didn't realize when I first watched the episode live, I didn't realize that there was carpet wrapped around those poles. And it took me until somebody would get, it took me a little bit because everybody was talking about rug burn and everything like that, and I got a quote here from Sarah about the rug burn. And I didn't realize there was a carpet wrapped around them until I watched it back again. I'm like, oh, there's literally carpet there.
Absolutely, there was.
Yes, that hurt, especially in between your legs. Shit, I feel so bad for guys. I think I got kicked hurt, too.
For the record, I've never had dick burn, so.
I want to do that, sweetheart.
Yeah, I don't do stuff like that. But yeah, you should see Rocky's arm after that. It burns half up. It didn't really show it, but yeah, he has pictures. You didn't hit him up, but he's got pictures of his arm where it tore his arm up. Because Becky fell and Rocky was still hanging on, and so it just drug all down his arm.
Wow. Now, I was going to say, actually, you guys, if you want to see a picture of Rocky's arm, feel free to go on his Twitter and find his Instagram, and you go on in his Instagram, and you will see a picture of Rocky's arm from that challenge, and he actually shows a picture of it. It still affects his arm now. So, now, if I don't, at the very beginning of the challenge, Parigi, you were holding on to those ropes, because I've watched this back 10 times now. You actually held on to the ropes, but for some reason you had let go of the ropes and were just held on to that pole. Why was that?
Let me tell you how this thing went down that they didn't show on TV. When the competition was going on, I never held on the ropes. As soon as Stone Cold said go, I held on to I actually held on the pole. I did not hold on the ropes. That actually took everybody in the air, and it was like it malfunctioned. And so anyway, I'm holding the ropes while it malfunctioned. And another thing you'll see on there that's not on the show is Sarah Hunter wasn't really up there either. Because when it malfunctioned, Sarah and Hunter fell. Hunter fell on Sarah. Sarah got concussion, so they really weren't up there in the competition. And so, anyways, they had to bring that back down and set us down. The people that didn't fall we had to jump in the lake. Then they strapped us all back up, and the thing was excruciating pain. Like it would pull on the inside of your thighs, and it was painful. That competition on TV that lasted 5 minutes, we were out there for probably 2 hours doing that thing. It was absolutely miserable. And so this is my fault. I didn't pay attention to directions when when Stone Cold said go, you had to let go of the ropes and just hang on to the pole. Now I did pretty good for just hanging on to the pole, but I kept inching down. That's why I'm so much further down than Kate, because I didn't think you could hold the rope. I let go, grab the pole, and I just kept inching down. And it got to the point where I was like, nope, I'm going. And so I told Katie I said, I'm going, and we shut down. I could have held up there, a little bit longer if I would have known. I could have held up the rush. I probably could have been up there, another 30 seconds, maybe a minute. I don't know.
Okay. Well, now, one of the things, again, this challenge is not one that I would have been favored at because I hate heights. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. But I love the quote that came from you, Parigi. You're saying that you were thinking that your balls were going to pop out of your eyes because of the harness.
Yeah, the harness was squeezing so much from the inside of my thighs and like pushing up. I felt like, my balls were going to pop out my eyes, dude. It was so painful.
The funniest thing is, like, they barely had a harness that could fit Parigi. So the one that they finally got it to fit Parigi, it pushed his balls all the way up for his, like, in the belly button, you could probably feel them motherfuckers.
That's about where we're at. Oh, Lord have mercy. But, no, that was not my cup of tea, dude. That competition was not for Parigi. I'll tell you that much. I was so uncomfortable.
Now, I was going to say, also, Sarah, you went on and said that it actually rubbed your legs raw, that carpet.
Yeah, it did. Especially, oh my goodness, it was painful. Like, whenever you were holding on, like, you were holding on with your thighs, you're holding on with everything. Like, Shelby, after watching it, because, like, nobody's looking around while you're up there, Shelby has the best idea. That girl's legs were pretty on those. But I think she had the worst carpet burn, but still, like, it's not... It's not the easiest in the world. It is strong. I hated that.
Oh, man. Now, Parigi, of course, you and your partner, Katie, ended up falling first. And that was a hard splash. But I want to talk about Sarah's fall. Because Sarah, it looked like when you fell, Hunter was still holding on, and it looked like you got whiplash.
I did. I had a concussion because, like Parigi said, like I had, there was a malfunction. Well, I couldn't hold on anymore. I couldn't. I let go. Well, whenever I fell and I hit the water, my head came back and hit Hunter, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, that looked like it really hurt. I mean, that whiplash was. I've watched your episode about 5 times. No, actually, I'm sorry, times that 2. Make that 10 times. Mainly because of the truth or dare part of it, not anything else. But which we'll get to in a bit. But of course, you guys unfortunately went out first. Parigi and Katie went out first. Then Hunter and your beautiful self, Sarah, came out second. Then, of course, it was Cowboy and Margaret next. Jordan and Tank, Heather and Josh, Jeremy and Shelby. And Jeremy and Shelby, is it me or are they like being a sleeper team now? It seems like they're just sneaking on by every week.
Actually, Jeremy and Shelby are like one of the better teams. Like, they're the teams like that you watch out for. They're like one of those little vipers. Like, they're not going to strike you yet. And whenever they do strike, yeah, you'll notice them.
I think Jeremy kind of flies under the radar for the most part. He's a little bit older and more mature than a lot of people in the house, and he knows not to get involved in the drama. He's real athletic. He works out all the time. I mean, he's a fitness dude, martial artist, and he's real mature, and I think he knows to stay out of that. And so, you know, and he doesn't really get, he drinks, but he doesn't get drunk and crazy. He kind of just flies under that radar. Now, with Shelby, she got involved in the drama and stuff. I remember him on the show talking to me like, dude, I just got to calm her down with that. We got to fly under this radar, You know, that's kind of exactly what I was trying to do as well. But yeah, they're both very athletic people that you know, they might have held back in some of the competitions. You know, it's like this. They let Cody and Nicole win. You know, they said if you don't put us in the pit, we'll drop. And you know, I think it was more important that Cody and Nicole won because they had to be in charge because everybody wanted them gone. You know, now as far as Jeremy and Shelby, there was not really a target on their back, so it didn't really matter if they won or not. So
Okay. Now, of course, Cody and Nicole ended up winning again. It was their third out of 5. And there's been 5 competitions, and they've had won 3. This was their third win. So, and you, Parigi, you and Katie came in last, so you automatically went into the pit. Parigi, you were saying that you were hoping that it was a gladiator type event, and you're saying that you're a beast and you're ready to drink when you come back. And you were just very confident, which I love. I love that you're confident and everything, and you're just ready for that. But you were ready to just go back, have some fun, and worry about the pit the next day, which was really cool.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, I'm not the person I used to be. You know, I used to be, you know, a pretty good athlete. You know, like I said, you know, I was on varsity. I've never been on a JV sport. I played varsity all 4 years of school. I had colleges looking at me for football, and colleges looking at me for wrestling. I was, you know, all county. I led the team in tackles and football, and hell, I was an All-American wrestler. I played second in the national championship. You know, and so I still have that mentality about me being very positive. You know, about I'm going to get through no matter what. You know, even if the task at hand is a big one and it's still scary. Or whatnot, and basically what I was saying is a gladiator event. Most of the things in the pit that I had seen at that point in time, you know, were you know, basically, you know, you got to wrestle over a ball or a buoy or, you know, pull a rope or whatever. And I was definitely at this point in time, I was definitely the strongest guy in the house. I mean, I bench press over 400 pounds, and, you know, and so I was definitely the strongest. I was not the quickest, and so, anyway, so I was hoping it was something I could get my hands on somebody. I knew I was one of the slowest people in the house as far as running, and I just knew if I could, like, I mean, and Hunter even admitted to me, he's like, my goal was to stay away from you. They didn't show it on the cameras. I mean, on the actual show, but they showed it in the commercial. See, Rocky got 4th in state in wrestling, and he challenged me to a wrestling match after we had a little bit of words there, and you know, I totally you know, pretty much destroyed him there, and everybody saw like, oh, this dude's not just a old out of shape man here. He actually has some athletic ability, and I didn't want that portrayed, but it kind of came out after that, and you know, but
hey, yo. I'm going to hate to cut this little interview short, but grandparents calling. I don't know about y'all, but in the South, grandparents are more important than the phone.
All right, Sarah.
Hey, Parigi, I'll be texting you tonight, baby.
All right, sweetheart.
Hey, wait, don't leave me out of that. You have my number too.
Oh my goodness. It's only me and Parigi, baby. Unless you're going to pay me about $500 a message. Oh.
Well, Parigi will cover me. He'll cover my fee.
Put it on my All right, sweet girl.
Oh, God. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thanks, sir.
All right. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was hoping for. Is I was hoping for more like the first pit, because the thing about the pit that I went in, the curtain call with Hunter. Hunter's a professional rugby player. Hunter can run circles around him, and he's a beast on top of that. And so, when he was probably actually the worst person for me to go up against in that particular pit. Anybody else, I probably would have done a lot better against him, because I think if I would have hit anybody else in the house like I hit Hunter, they would have failed. Because I hit Hunter with everything I had. Hunter actually told me it was the hardest he ever been hit, and I was just in that frame of mind on the second round to hit him, because he burnt me so fast. When we ran in there, he grabbed that buoy, juked to the left, and he was, like he told me, it was to stay away from me, and because he had seen me, with wrestling and knew about my wrestling. Anyway, so he juked left and came out my curtain before I even entered my curtain. The dude is so quick, and so anyways, that was kind of what I was hoping for, just hoping for like a gladiator event, but with not so much speed, involved. That first pit, I could have ran at an angle or something like that, and I kind of seen what was going on instead of going in blind into that curtain.
Yeah, that curtain definitely added a very interesting twist to it, because that curtain just took away everybody's sight, I should say, and if it wasn't for that curtain, I think it would have been may have been a different outcome, but that curtain just took it away.
Yeah, you had no idea. You had no idea what that movie was going to be. The second round, I kind of got a glimpse at it, so I ran straight at it as hard as fast as I could. And when me and Hunter hit, it was a pop loud. You heard everybody just going crazy, because like I said, we're the two biggest dudes in the house, and it was a hit. My shoulder hurt for like 2 days, and Hunter said he was hurting for a couple of days, and it was definitely a hit.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and start talking about some of the fun stuff. And I wanted to keep Sarah here, because I wanted to ask her about her kiss with Tank D, but I'll ask you about that. What it was like to see that firsthand. But before we get to that, let me talk about everybody called it, the redneck science class. So you guys, Rocky, I believe it was, tossed a soda into the fire, and you guys, just to see what would happen. So, what was that like to see in person? Like, you were right there.
My thoughts when it happens, these damn kids just sit down and drink beer and sit here and talk, not be throwing stuff in the fire, let it explode on us. I kept having to get up and run away from it, and I got burnt a couple times. I don't know what hit me, the aluminum out of the can or the hot boiling soda, whatever it was. But yeah, I was like, man, just enjoy this. But anyways, I kept throwing stuff down in there. That's a redneck drunk for you, though.
I think that was actually kind of cool, though, because next time there's a bonfire, I'm going to make sure I try that, actually.
Absolutely. Not 2 to 3 of them.
All right, so let's get to the fun part of this episode, which was the truth or dare portion. Now, the very first dare is from Jordan, and that's for Nicole to kiss Cody.
Right.
Now, Cody and Nicole had kissed before, because Cody stole a kiss from Nicole on his birthday night. So they had kissed already before, but that was a passionate kiss.
Right, yeah. She definitely laid he definitely laid one on her, or vice versa. It was it was crazy. Yeah, they were definitely going at it. It looked like they almost went to second base there.
It did, didn't it? It really did. So, no offense to Nicole if you're listening or watching, but but it really did.
Yeah, it was a crazy. They didn't show everything that happened on that Truth or Dare.
And we're going to get to that. And we're going to get to that. I want to know about the behind-the-scenes stuff. I want to know about the dares that didn't get shown. And it's time to... because I want to talk about the fun stuff tonight. We're going to talk about the pit, of course, coming up. But that's a sad part. I want to talk about the fun stuff. All right, so the next part, and the next dare that we see on TV, maybe not the next dare that actually happened, but the next dare we see is Margaret is dared to take a body shot off of you.
She sure did. Yep.
And she actually admits it wasn't that bad. That's why she sent her a little side screen interview afterwards. So, what did you think about that when that dare happened?
When I think about it, I was like, okay, a hot girl's going to take a shot off my body. Yeah, of course. Yeah, let's do this. Didn't matter to me at all. But yeah, that was crazy.
All right, so we got that there that happened, and then we have Hunter said that he wasn't sure if it was one of the grossest things he's ever seen or not, but he was very happy that Margaret was involved in it. Jeremy then dare, and here's the dare I wanted to talk to Sarah about. Jeremy ends up daring Tank to find out if Sarah is as good as kisser as she says that she is.
Right. Yeah, because Sarah, they didn't show too much on that on camera there, but Sarah would talk a lot of junk. So I guess Jeremy's gonna see if she can back it up. And so, and taking her had an episode at the dinner table one night of going back and forth and would you do this and everything that he asked, she'd say yes. I'm not going to go into detail about what the questions that were being asked, but everything was a yes, you know. And so, anyways, then that when we had a Truth or Dare, I guess Jeremy wanted to see if she was all talking on.
All right, so you just left yourself open right there. Well, actually, Sarah open, because I'm going to ask, what are some of the things that you guys would ask her and she would say yes to?
For respect for her and her family.
Okay. All right, well, is there anything that would be just kind of dorky? Nothing too personal, just dorky?
No, not anything too dorky, just nasty.
Okay. All right, I won't ask anything else then. All right, I won't ask anything else about that. All right, but I am going to ask what other dares took place, so don't you think you're getting out of that. So now I definitely do have to say though, Sarah looked hot as anything in those polka dot blue and white shorts that she had on. So
she's smoking hot for sure. All the women on that show
are. Now speaking about Sarah though, Rocky ended up getting, before we get to the Sarah, actually Rocky got a body shot done off of him by Heather, and then Sarah dared Nicole to flash everybody.
Yes, I was very thankful for that dare.
Was that the only flashing dare that took place?
There was, I think, let's see here. Trying to think, I know we saw so many times. I just don't know. I don't remember when who showed whose. I do definitely remember the Nicole's from that because that was the first time that we saw hers. But yeah, there might have been another set shown. I'm not sure, but I definitely remember Nicole's being shown.
Well, everybody remembers Nicole's being shown. It was shown on camera, and I still say that I wish the show was uncensored.
They might sell a sister version later. Who knows? You can see a lot of Tank and a lot of female.
Oh, they can still censor Tank D. They can censor Tank D, but No offense, thank you. Right, and when I get the chance to interview you, no offense, but yeah, they can send to you. All right, so let's see. All right. Now, during this whole conversation, Margaret was talking to Sarah, and Margaret was confessing to Sarah about Josh liking her. What do you think it is about Margaret, who is a very beautiful person, that all these guys, we got Josh, we got now Cowboy that was shown in episode 6, Riley. What do you think it is that all these guys end up liking her, and besides Cody's relationship with Nicole, not really any of the guys is liking any of the other females, at least that has been shown on cam.
What I think about is about Margaret. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. I guess she kind of took up with some of us guys, and I was one of them. I really liked Margaret. When everybody was against Margaret, I was pro Margaret, and there was just like that was me and Rocky and Cowboy were. There might have been another one out there, but those are the ones that I guess we were the tightest with her. And I guess with I don't know. I remember Josh admitting to me that he liked her. We had like a little conversation. I don't know why they didn't show that episode. I mean that part, because actually me and Josh kind of got into a little argument, and the cameras were right on us around that bonfire. It was after Truth or Dare, and we got into it, and then we went off into the kind of like the woods or whatever. The camera followed us out there. We kind of had like a one-on-one, heart-to-heart, apologizing to each other about what we said. He admitted to me there that he had a thing for Margaret. But yeah, but I mean, she's a beautiful girl, and she kind of took up with us, and I don't know. I guess that's why. But
well, it's not more so. That wasn't really the question. Not why do guys like Margaret, but why were any of the other guys going after any of the other beautiful females in the house? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, you got Heather there, you got Jordan, you got Sarah, you got Becky, you got all. That's why, and that's more so what I was asking. Like, why did we not see any of the guys going after these amazing women who I've talked to, who have hearts of gold, like Heather, and Heather, who's who I consider a good friend now. We got Jordan, who seems like, well, actually, that could be why. I was going to say Jordan, who seems like everybody's sister, so that could be why, because she's so sweet and seems like she would be like the sister to everybody. But why do you think it was that nobody wanted to try to do a showmance or something, or have a showmance with like Sarah or something like that?
I'm thinking what it was just wasn't focused on. Because in the house, the talking to people, I guess Heather actually had a thing for. She may smack me and think I'm wrong, but from talking to people and kind of seeing what was going on, I think Heather had a thing for Rocky. Rocky had a thing for Katie, and actually, been one of the most liked girls when it came to that. There's a lot of guys that, I mean, we're talking about, oh my, she grows on you. She's the girl next door. She's beautiful. Every day she gets up, she's just prettier. And I mean, she was like, Jeremy and Haley had a little thing going on. You had Cody and Nicole. You had Margaret and Riley. Then you got Margaret. It's kind of merged in with Josh right now, it looks like. And I mean, there was other showmances there. They just didn't focus on them as much.
See, that's the whole thing. It's like I love to see how show edits, like, what couples are they going to show. Like,
right.
What couples are they going to focus on? And you could tell that there's a chemistry between Heather and Rocky during the Truth or Dare makeout sesh.
Right.
There was definitely something there.
Well, it's definitely, you can definitely tell that. Oh yeah, there was a little something there.
Now, all right, here's the time. I want to know all the good dares that were not shown on cam. The fans want to know. I know for a fact because it's been tweeted and asked, and some people are more than willing to share. some people have said, well, you gotta wait for like a DVD or behind the scenes clip or something like that. I'm not waiting. I'm asking right now. What are some of the dares that we did not see that you can remember?
I guess it's one I want to forget. The only one that comes to mind is because I was involved. Katie dared me to kiss the prettiest girl in the house. And basically, Rocky tried to make out with me. We were sitting right beside each other, and Katie said, Parigi, I dare you to kiss the prettiest girl in the house. I'm the type of guy I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I wanted to make out with everyone in the house. But Rocky he leaned over 90, and I just leaned leaned over 10 and then told him I happened. We kissed right there. We're like, all right, next. And everybody's like, ooh. And we're like, oh my God, did we just do that on national TV? I'm so glad they didn't show that. Oh, but that was the biggest one. That's why Rocky on his little videos is like, supposedly Parigi kissed a man, but he was involved in it. He went 90, and I actually called my dad. I was like, Dad, there's an episode coming up where I may or may not have kissed a man. He's like, no, son, please tell me no. Oh, man. But it wasn't that bad. He's got very soft lips, very soft lips. Give it a try sometime.
Man. Now, all right. So, is there any other dares that any of the beautiful females did? We're used to Tank streaking, we're used to Rocky streaking, we're used to Cody streaking. So, I'm more so asking about them because I think the guys live naked. So I'm asking about the females right now because the females is what's not shown. It seems like if Tank D gets naked, it's right on cam. If Cody gets naked, it's on cam. If Rocky gets naked, it's on cam. Right. But was there any streaking done by the females or anything else that was very interesting?
No, I don't think any streaking. There was, of course, Nicole. You saw that on camera. Showed her tatas there, but I know Katie kissed. She kissed. Was it Hunter? Might have been Hunter. Either might have been Hunter and Rocky. I don't think they showed that. She kissed one or both of them. I can't remember which one it was. She might have been both of them.
All right. So did you hook up with any girls in the house?
No.
Actually, no. Hold on. Let me change that question. Have you hooked up with any of your female cast members? Let me correct myself. Have you hooked up with any of your female cast members in or out of the house?
Yes.
You don't need to say the names. I'm just going to, because you can tell me about that later, but I'm not going to make you delve into that. Yeah. So, guys, if you want to share, you can. If you don't, you don't have to.
I'll just say this. Me and she's really cool. She's on the show, and we went out to a bar. I was visiting a town I was in. She was there, and we went out to the bar, got drunk, and I don't know, just kind of confessed some stuff to each other, and just left from there, and that happened, but I no more brothers really come out of it.
Well, very cool. So, moving on, and guys, use your imagination. You gotta remember, there's 13 women on the show. Well, Jesse James doesn't count her, mate, so 12. So, now I gotta say, Jesse James looked very beautiful in her green tank when she showed up to get. So, no, but seriously, your cast has an amazing group of guys, an amazing, beautiful group of females. I would love to have been on your show for sure. And it's cool because I get to talk to you guys afterwards during interviews and on Twitter and different things like that. And again, I want to say thank you to you and everybody from Redneck Island who I will be interviewing or who I have been interviewing. And I just want to say thank you for that. We got 9 minutes left because I said I would not let you go past an hour. Last time we did 2 hours and 2.5 hours about. So we're going to get to that the pit in a second. But there was one other thing. Well, of course, you confessed to kissing Rocky. And all right, I want to get Rocky on here. I want to know who's a better kisser, Heather or Parigi?
Oh, Rocky. Did
you meet Becky in Redneck Island?
No, I did not.
Who would you like to call?
Rockus.
Are you calling him now?
Yeah.
Okay, Davis.
I'm going to tag him off speaker for just a second. Just in case you don't say anything in front of you. No, I didn't get it. Sorry, Mr. Cobb.
All right, well, we can get him on here, and we'll have you come. What we'll do is maybe we'll have another video interview with. But I'll have Rocky on here, and then I'll bring you and Heather on here, and then Rocky will have to judge who is the best kisser.
Me and Rocky are a good team. We went down. I went down to Tuscaloosa to visit him. We got up on stage, and we tagged some comedy, and we had the fun rolling. So. That'd be a good one to have us both on.
Very cool. Now I want to say that I hate the pits. I don't care what type of pit it is, but I've gone. I'm like one of the people who interviews you guys, and I show and everything. But you guys have become more so my friends than anything else. I mean, I don't consider me a fan of you guys. I consider you guys my friends now. And it's like, when I see the pits, I'm like, I don't want nobody to go home. And that's exactly how I felt about this pit. This pit was Hunter and Sarah versus you and Katie. And I didn't want any of you four to go home, just like last night's episode. I didn't want Jordan and Rocky to go home. I hate the pits. I hate them.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I have an idea, though. What they should do for next season, if it's an all-star season especially, they should have an evicted house and a game house. The evicted house can stay around and join in on the parties and all, and the game house continues to do the challenges.
That'd be so cool, yeah. I wish it was like that. I could stand around after I got eliminated. Yeah, that's the thing about it. Before I was in the pit, I saw my friends leaving. Blake left, Riley left, and John left, and Corey left. Those are my friends. Those people I was hanging out with, and it sucked. I know, it put me closer to the $100,000, but man, I'm living in a house with strangers, or whether they become my friends or whatnot. But I felt like some of my really good friends that were hanging out with were leaving, and it sucks. I wish I could just be eliminated out of the competition, just hang out the house,
Yeah. And that's one of the things I would love to see. I would love to see, like, next season. I mean, you got Redneck Island has been on for 4 seasons now. The 5th season could be All Stars. I mean, there could be Bucket from last season, Candy from last season, and Candy, unfortunately, is not on Twitter. She's one of the ones who I would love to talk to from the 3rd season. Bucket, I've seen a lot of people actually went and visited Bucket.
I think I found her on Twitter, actually.
All right, well, you can tweet me her. If she's on Twitter, I think the account you're talking about is not active. But if it's a different one, then you can tweet me her account after the show.
Might not be active then. I don't know, because I just found it like yesterday. Not tweeted her.
Okay, but I saw that a lot of you guys actually visited. I think you were one of them, maybe not, but visited Bucket.
I did. I visited him twice. Yep.
Okay.
Dude is awesome. I mean, he's got one of the best personalities you'll ever meet. I suggest doing an interview with him. He's going to have you rolling for an hour. The dude is hilarious. First time I stopped in, I was on my way to Texas. It was the night that I went down and saw Rocky, and we did the comedy or whatever. But I didn't tell him I was coming. I just looked up where he worked, and I rolled in there, and I walked into like the lobby of where his offices were, and he looked out, and he's like, Parigi, what are you doing here? You know, and he recognized me, and dude, we just hit it off. We drank a couple of beers after he got off work, and dude's really cool, dude. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I've watched it. I've watched Redneck Island every single season. I swear, I'm a Southerner in a Northern state's body. I really am. I love the show, and seriously, if I could apply, if they would open up to people in the northern states, I would so apply in a split second. And it's really cool. Now, let's talk a little bit about the pit. We got 3 more minutes, and then after we get done the interview, don't leave right away. I'm going to just talk to you a little bit off air, just for a couple minutes. So, but I just want to say, we go into the pit, and you see everything. You see the setup and everything like that. You're going in there. It's you and Katie versus Hunter and Sarah. And again, like I said, I hate the pits. I don't like to see anybody go home. But once you see what the challenge is, what's going through your mind?
Once I see the pit, I'm a little confused on what's going on. When Steve explains the challenge, I had a little gleam in my eye. And I think everybody saw that because Steve said, you're going to run through here, you're going to grab the buoy, and you're going to wrestle the buoy out of each other's arms and run to the other side. Well, I placed second in the national championship in wrestling. There's not a man in that house that could have stood with me, in wrestling. So I had a little gleam in my eye when he said that. I'm thinking, I'll be coming back tonight and drinking beer at the house. So that's what was going through my head, when I saw the pit. I knew Hunter was going to be faster than me. I just didn't know he could outrun a damn cheetah.
Okay. Yeah. Hunter, you know what surprised me about Hunter? His speed. I didn't think a man that tall would be that fast.
Yeah, and that big. Dude is 275, 280, and runs that fast. But, I mean, like I said, he's a professional athlete. I mean,
I don't care if you're a professional athlete or not. That speed should be illegal.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That speed should be illegal. That was like the freaking Roadrunner. I'm like, what the heck?
What? I was confused.
I like everybody was saying on the show, they blinked and they missed it. And it wasn't because you weren't trying or anything and you were doing your hardest. It was just he was so freaking fast.
He had it in his head to run through there, get that buoy, juke me, and go to the other side. I had in my head kind of, not full speed because I didn't expect him to kind of see where he was going. I expected him to get to that buoy before I did. All right, but I didn't expect him to run to it, grab it, and I figured, that he was fast, but not that fast. I was going to run up there, see where he's going, tackle him, wrestle him down, and take it out of his hands.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. I didn't expect him to be the what's that guy's name? Something Bolt, the fastest man in the world.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about, but it was like he was the Flash. I was like, whoa. But it was unfortunately Hunter pretty much did that to you twice. Sarah put up a good fight against Katie, but unfortunately Sarah in the second round was really going forward too, and she was so close. But Katie like hulked up or something. I don't know. She became the female the She-Hulk and like drug Sarah to the very end of that. Oh my goodness!
He's for sure. Yeah, no doubt about that.
So, all right, guys, we're going to end it right there. I'm going to say thank you to Parigi, thank you to Sarah for being on here tonight. Sarah had to leave us early, but what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to do my first ever phone interview with Sarah off air I'm going to attempt to sometime when she is available, and I will write a blog entry about that one-on-one personal interview. I'm going to run that idea by her to see to let her get her say out there. So, until next time, I'm going to let Parigi say his final words, and I'm going to talk to him off air. So, guys, no, you're not going to hear it. It's going to be me and Parigi talk. So, all right, Parigi, go ahead and say whatever you want to say to the fans and anybody else.
Hey, guys, thank you so much. I'm just a small town country boy that has been blessed by the Lord and given the opportunity to be on some sort of platform here, and it's a blessing. And thank y'all so much for all your support. Thank you for all the people I've encountered throughout the South when I've been traveling here in the past month, and thank you everybody just being so cool to me, and all the drinks been bought and for me, and just all the love been shared. But remember, put God number one in your life, and find Him so you can spend eternity with Him. And thank you so much for all the love. Love y'all.
All right, guys, this has been Reality Insider with Shady, Parigi, and Sarah. Until next time, guys, have a great night, and tomorrow we will have another Reality Insider hosted by my co-worker Ashley with Naya Moore from Real World of the New Challenge Battle of the X's 2. So until tomorrow, have a great night, everybody.
Easy, y'all.